Hey team, Katie here from Equestrian Movement, and today we are going to talk about one of the skills that all of the really good horse trainers are doing successfully that they aren't teaching you. So one of the most important things about working with our horses is actually being able to regulate our own nervous system. So our horses are super sensitive to and intuitively aware of our own level of stress and fear and nervous tension. So quite often when we go into the paddock, our horses can see all of the nervous tension that we're holding from the day, and particularly they might be aware of where we're holding tension that is actually fear-based, but it doesn't translate to us as fear-based. So, when we have these experiences throughout the day of just like little things, little triggering things that kind of take our breath away, like, oh no, like kind of moments, they build on each other throughout the day. So, it might start off with like being cut off on the way to work and then having to go into the boss's office and then having conflict with one of your co-workers and then getting home and checking the mailbox and there's an unexpected bill in there. So we're getting like these little triggers throughout the day that are making us unconsciously hold fear and tension in our body. And then if we don't shift that, if we don't let go of it, move it, when we go down into the horse's paddock, we're actually communicating that through our body without having awareness of it. So what really skilled horse trainers are very good at is at the very least the body awareness to release some of that tension or to down-regulate the nervous tension so that even though we might be feeling tense from all of these triggers throughout the day, we're actually staying quite low energy. So the horses are aware of that as well. We can get away with this like low nervous energy and still have some cooperation from our horses where they will still perform and do what we ask of them. It's more so that level of willingness. So if we've downregulated our nervous system to try and get into a more low energy state so that we're not the ones that's triggering our horse into this reactive state through the tension that we're holding in our own body, if we have that body awareness to shift down into that downregulated state, we can still communicate and ask our horses what we need of them without tripping them over. But ideally what they're looking for is us to actually be happy, is us to actually be enjoying them and to be engaging with them and use it as like relaxation and connection work within ourselves, and then maybe to the energy upregulates through play. And so if we don't have that awareness of our own nervous tension, we're taking our own frustration into the paddock with the horse, we're taking our own tension, we're taking our own irritability in there, and that is triggering how they're going to respond to us. So in this video, we're going to see how this downregulated nervous system energy is going to play out. We use in-hand adventures a lot with our horses in training to help build connection and to stretch their comfort zone a little bit and to try and encourage them to seek us for direction so that we can show up as compassionate leaders that our horse wants to follow. So in-hand adventures I typically use before I'm ready to back our horses and break them in, because just stretching the comfort zone and challenging them a little bit in a situation that I feel comfortable in helps establish myself as a compassionate leader and somebody that they should seek for direction. So we're using a combination of our training tools of walk when I walk, stop when I stop, back when I back, and this checks in with our horse to see where their focus is and where their attention is. But we're also looking at our relaxation cues and where our horses are energetic wise. So are they upregulated on the cusp of tipping over into flight, or are they downregulated and relaxed, or are they somewhere in between? And so what I want to do is every time I see this upregulated nervous tone, so I want to check in and I want to say choose relaxation. So that anytime the horse is starting to feel worried, stressed, concerned, scared, intimidated, threatened, whatever, that's going to upregulate the nervous system into fight, flight, or freeze, we're just going to say, it's okay, like stop, choose relaxation, and then we will continue. And so this helps wire the brain for relaxation when stressed. This helps our horse know what to do when they feel scared, is to choose relax. And so, you know, we want to have a healthy flight response in case there's like actually a concern that they need to escape a danger or a threat. But we're also looking at making sure that they're choosing relaxation when there isn't, when they're just excited because they're going out, or, you know, when something is around them but they need to stand with relaxation as a way of coping with their fear rather than running, like when we get out on the road. So our horses don't need any help to choose flight over how they're going to protect themselves. So doing some conditioning work to encourage them to choose freeze and then relax and then connect just helps us, you know, when we're going to go out on the road and going to go out onto trail rides and different situations where, you know, flight could create problems with regards to being on the road with traffic or, you know, being around trees and those kinds of things. So we can see then when we go to do our in-hand workout on the road, Sully is choosing to stay nice and relaxed. We can tell, you know, with her head carriage that she's keeping her energy down regulated, but we can see with her tail carriage that she is, you know, that nervous tension is building. We're seeing a little bit more fear because we're out of the property and it's an unknown environment and she doesn't always know, you know, what's going to jump out at her. So we're encouraging her to choose relaxation while she's walking next to me. Where's her focus? Where's her attention? What does this look like when it's together? Do we have connectedness? So we have little moments of looking around, that's fine, but you can see mostly our walk is together. And so then we have the big scary car come out with the gate opening of its own accord. And you can see where the nervous tension, the energy upregulates here because she's a little bit scared. You know, the tail is going up higher. You gotta love the Arabs for their body language cues, being able to tell you where their nervous tension is at. And so what we're going to do is we're just going to say, hey, I see that you are scared. Choose relaxation. This car is safe. I will keep you safe. Choose relaxation. And that's how we show up as a compassionate leader that our horse seeks direction from and follows us. That's it for me from today. Until next time, happy trails.